Happy Sunday, Sacred Wild. Today is what? July 13th, 2025, and we are walking through embracing the inner world of liberation today. And so I am not in my normal space. I am in Texas. I am sitting in the backyard of my sister. And as I've been sitting out here the last 10, 15 minutes or so, remembering that she lives right by an Air Force base. So you may hear some fighter jets flying overhead. It is also extremely humid. So I am just like drenched in sweat right now. So I want to do things a little differently today, right? Let's practice this liberation. Let's practice the embodiment of liberation. And normally, when we gather, we have our structured process. And, I was sitting here contemplating over the last few minutes, waiting to begin recording of like, what is it to embrace liberation in our inner world? What is that? Right. And so normally we go through our structure, right? We do our core practices together, our movements, embodying our message and letting our bodies move, and prayer, opening these paths of conversation to the infinite, and meditation, being with the infinite, contemplation, listening to the infinite, expression, our message, our medicine, and witnessing, allowing ourselves to be seen and allowing ourselves to see others. And I've been doing a lot of contemplation or thinking, we could also say, about liberation. Liberation, liberty, to liberate, sovereignty, and as we walk this path, I'm feeling guided to just speak today, just speak. And perhaps we'll play a song here and there in between. I feel like being guided to move. Perhaps we'll have some moments of silence or meditation thrown in there as well. But I want to break out of this, out of this space of, I'm going to do this because this is how we always do it. For me, that's a lot of what liberation has been. The internal world, embracing the internal world, the inner world of liberation. I remember, I don't remember specifically the time. It must have been 5 or 6, maybe 7 years ago. But when I realized beliefs weren't these things that were solid or stationary, I used to think beliefs were just something that were stuck. Like that's just who I am. I have no control over it. I have no power over it. I have no choice. And And then when I realized they're not, that I get to choose those beliefs. I get to choose to hold on to those beliefs. Though the beliefs I may have been carrying may not have been my choice, and they may have been given to me. My choice to continue holding them and living by them is my choice. And so I started questioning everything. I started questioning myself, everything within me. and asking, why do I do this? And if the answer was ever, I don't know, or because that's how it's always been done, or some variation of that, or a space of that in between, then it was time to really, really sit with it. And so our inner world, right? It's made up of our beliefs, our identities, who we believe ourselves to be, our thoughts, and our stories. This is what creates our inner world. And so the invitation here is to question yourself. And we're walking through this initiation of creation, right? That's the initiation that we're in as we start through this liberated way of being. And so part of creation is having purpose, like you're in purpose when you're doing things. But how can that be true if you don't even know why the fuck you do what you do? If you don't know why you believe the way that you believe, why you react the way you react, why you respond the way that you respond, where is that coming from? And once we start looking at these things, it can be a little unnerving, a little disturbing, because we may not like the answers that we come across. Why I hold boundaries for myself for so long. The hard fucking truth answer was that I didn't want people to hold boundaries against me. I didn't want people to hold me accountable for my behavior. I didn't want people to call out I wasn't treating them like they are sacred. I didn't want to be called out. So I didn't call anybody else out. It took me a long time to see that truth. Once I did, I was able to shift it. Why wouldn't I want somebody to call me out when I'm not holding them sacred? Why wouldn't I want people to hold me as sacred? Then bam, once I allowed myself to see that hard and disgusting truth about myself, I was able to fucking shift it. Liberation. Sovereign choice. Independent discernment. Why do you choose to wear the things you do? Why do you live in the house that you live in? Why did you choose to wear the shirt that you're wearing today? I chose to wear this one because I didn't want to wear a bra and it matches my pants. And it's comfy. Why am I choosing to wear this necklace? Because the meaning behind it is transformation. And I am in that portal right now. Why did I get this tattoo? Because the owl holds ancient wisdom, as does the sacred geometry. Fire is a part of my life so deeply. There's fire symbols everywhere in here. Look at those eyes. It's fierce. It's warrior. So what beliefs do you have? You know, let's dig in to some deep fucking shit with me. Money. Yeah, fucking money. I dig and it feels like there's this bottomless pit of beliefs that are there to like push me away from money or push money away from me. And I feel like I've come to this space now where I'm no longer behind in debt. I mean, I still have debt that I need to pay off, but I'm no longer creating more debt. Comes one of those claims. No longer creating more of that debt, but I am just making it by. Right. So, like, I always have enough. And I'm still in that, I don't know how the fuck this is going to work out. And there's still some panic and stress and anxiety there. And so I'm making headway. And there's more. And there's more. Yes. Good for not fucking creating more debt. Good. Good. Now let's clear the existing debt and create financial abundance, create this cushion to where there is no more worry. What is that even like? Ooh, right. And I have that deep, like, deep desire just begging for the experience of what it's like to not worry. And I've had these beliefs. I have these stories and these thoughts that you all have heard me say them over and over, about worrying. It's part of the human experience. Is it though? Does it have to be? What makes me believe that? That's just a story that I tell myself to give me permission to worry and to not hold myself accountable for worry still being in existence in my life. That is me giving my power away of being able to live a life without worry because, oh, it's just part of the human experience. There's nothing I can do about it. It is that truth. Just because I don't know anything else does not mean that that is a hard, solid truth. Maybe if I untangle it a little bit and make it not as vast, but what about worrying about money? Worrying about money just isn't part of the human experience. Mm. What life would look like? What would life look like? Right? That's the other part of this exploration of embracing the inner world is we can spend all fucking day seeing what beliefs, identities, thoughts, and stories we already currently have and hold. But now where are we going to go? Where do we want to go? What do I want? What is my vision? Right? This is the other piece of liberation. You get to choose. This first part is a huge reason as to why people don't embody liberation because they don't want to fucking take accountability for their unhappiness. Because if they walk a liberated life, it is a life of accountability, meaning you are responsible for your life, for your experience. But because people don't want to take that accountability for their unhappiness, they also give away their power to create happiness. Because if I can create my own unhappiness, then I can fucking create my own happiness. And here I am. A week and a half ago, I didn't know if I was going to be able to make this trip. Everything told me no. My empty bank account, my car issues, my everything was telling me, no, this is not going to happen. And so I surrendered to that. Okay, I will disappoint a lot of people. And if I'm not meant to go, then I surrender to not fucking going. I have a little ladybug on my computer, guys. Beautiful. Yes. Hi, friend. It's looking at me right now. Oh, I love that for us. Oh, hi. Ladybug. Ladybug medicine is amazing. Oh, let's look up real quick. We're gonna pause before we get back into this conversation. We're gonna look up ladybug medicine. Oh, there's ants. All right, ladybugs. Protection, healing, good fortune, and grace. Positive change, renewal, harbinger of good luck. It's also includes the golden strand that leads to the center of the universe, past lives, spiritual enlightenment, death, and rebirth. So when we choose to not look at ourselves because we don't want to face the responsibility of the unhappiness that we are living, of the person that we have become because we don't like who we are, or facing the life that we are living that we are not enjoying, that is not our dream life, we also let go of the ability to change it. We miss out on the other aspect of this. Yes, it's shitty to fucking see the places in which we are making decisions that are not in alignment with our integrity or our values. And when we allow ourselves to do that, then we get to do this next step, which is create. We get to choose who the fuck we want to be. We get to choose what life we want to fucking live. And we get to live that from a space of choice. I am no longer a victim. I am no longer required to be in your life. Now I get to choose to be in your life. I get to choose to keep you in my life. Get to choose to be on this vacation. I get to choose to be in every relationship that I'm in. It is not a requirement. It is not a have to, nor will I ever treat it that way because it's not. It is a gift. Everything gets to be a gift when we walk in liberation. It is no longer a punishment. It is no longer a have to. Our choice is no longer a burden. It is a privilege. Not everybody has the experience of walking a liberated and sovereign life. And so those of us that do, who the fuck are we going to be? What are we going to do with it? Are we going to just let it go? Are we going to just let it be there and do nothing with it? Or are we going to walk out into this world and create impact? Are we going to embody our medicine and share it with this world? What are we going to do? It is a big question, and another reason why people don't always choose this path. Another reason why people don't always choose this path. Who do we want to be? What do we want to do? What is our medicine? What are we meant to do? What is our purpose? These are not easy questions. I know. These are also questions that are going to have 15 million different answers, sometimes maybe even in just one day. And that's perfect. These questions are meant to be a guide, not a concrete answer. Let's sit for just a moment. I'm feeling the cool wind on this muggy day. There are clouds. And we just ask some really deep questions. These are some really deep questions that I've been asking myself as I find myself pausing yet again before moving into a space of creation, giving away my liberated power and discernment and choice to other people. I'll wait till they're ready. Wait till we have time to talk about it with them. That's a pattern of mine that I get to stop now. I don't know what that's going to make my life look like. But I am ready to step into my purpose and my power because I haven't been fully. And that's perfect too. So let's just sit for a moment. Let's be with those moments. And those moments in which we have given away our power, our liberation, our sovereignty, our choice, in which we've given away our discernment to other people, which we have given away our worth to other people's behaviors or words, which we have given away our self-love to other people's determinations of whether or not we deserve it. Sit with those moments in which we've given away our willingness and ability to love not just ourselves, but others based on other people's behavior, based on conditions that we didn't even know existed. Let's sit with those moments because those moments deserve to be sat with too. And instead of shaming those moments, instead of hiding those moments, judging those moments, taking something from those moments so we can learn and grow and be better, let's just be with those moments as they are. And say, I love you here too. I love you here too. And put a song on. I'm just gonna sit with the song, whatever song comes on, and put shuffle play on the Liberated Way of Being playlist and just see what happens. Feel free to allow yourself to do whatever you feel guided to do in this moment. Move, meditate, contemplate, witness, pray. Just be.
Could be right. to the place where my ancestors born. Take me out to the eye of the storm. Back to the place where my ancestors born. Here you find me, breathless and bare. I'm gonna take my chance and fly through the air. Taste my fate, show me the way down to the tree line where the ancestors pray. Hear me rise, hear me roar. Watch me run through the storm. Take me out to the eye of the storm. Back to the place where my ancestors born. Take me out to the eye of the storm. Back to the place where my ancestors born.
That one was a relatively new one to me. That's called Hear Me Roar by Scott Nice, Siren and Seer, and Heather Christie. I really do enjoy that song very much. And I love that it was the song that came up for us right now. Hear me roar. Take me to the eye of the storm where my ancestors live. My ancestors were born. It's being here with me while we just simply allow. We're going to close this up a little earlier than normal. But just to recap, guys, normally when we walk through embracing the inner world of a way of being, we look at our beliefs and our identities and our thoughts and our stories regarding that energy, right? But this way of being, what we're actually looking at is we're taking a look to see if our beliefs, our identities, our thoughts, and our stories are liberated themselves. Did we choose those thoughts? Were those identities chosen by us to embody? Are the beliefs that we've been living by ours? Are the stories we are weaving ones that we want to weave? And so take a look at these. Take a look at what comes up. And if you don't know where those came from, if they're not ones that you want to align your life with, then you get to shift. Tap into your curiosity and imagination. What beliefs, identities, thoughts, and stories do you want to hold about whatever particular thing it is that they were on? You get to choose. You get to choose. And whatever it is that you choose to do, whatever it is you choose to put your energy towards, That is what you're going to create in your life. I choose to be here today because I want more of this in my life. I choose to show up for these gatherings because I want more of this in my life. I choose to love myself because I want more of that in my life. I choose to choose me because fuck, do I want more of that in my life. I choose to love the people that are in my life because I want more of that in my life. And I am slowly unweaving what I do not want in my life. Recognizing that since I continue to do it, speak it, think it, believe it, align with it, then of course I'm going to get more of that. So no more. So we shift. Thank you, Sacred Wild, for being here. Thank you for guiding me, reminding me who I am, what I'm meant to do here. Every time I forget, you're right there. Thank you to our ancestors, to my ancestors, to my guides. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this life. Oh, so much love.